What's going on, everybody?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Can you say something?
8, 9, 7, 11.
All right. What's going on? We're recording now. We live. So, welcome back to the Musketeers. I'm Moses Angel here with my two friends, June and the Gster. And
Hello.
it,
Hi.
it's an interesting week this week, man. What's going
Hey, listen,
on?
man, I'll start it off, man, if it's okay with you. I'm just a little amped up right now. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but
No,
we
no.
officially have. Well, you better feel it because the Super Bowl is 2 weeks away. I don't want to hear about the pandemic. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear about these unemployment problems. I don't want to hear about the masks. I'm sick and tired of it. This is the point of the year where you just get a chance to enjoy the final game of the year, and what a game it was yesterday to get to the Super Bowl. Just to give you guys a quick heads up, it doesn't happen really too often, but we had Tom Brady and the Buccaneers yesterday going up against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. And for a lot of people that don't know the significance of these two guys, they're future Hall of Famers. I mean, it's you don't see that a lot where you have two guys that are perennial Pro Bowlers, two guys that basically they accomplish a lot, if not everything that there is to accomplish in their respective position. They're going against each other in their older age. Tom Brady's about 43 years old, and to us, 43. I mean, he's a lot in better
Well,
shape
in
than
football,
we
that's
are.
old, right?
That's extremely old, to be honest with you. So, although Aaron Rodgers had a little bit slightly better game, Tom Brady, he's going to back to the Super Bowl, but this time not with the Patriots. He's going with the Buccaneers, and it was a hell of a game. I mean, it was pretty much back and forth, and there was at least two or three times where you thought that the
Well,
Packers were going
this is why I think this is why I'm going for the Buccaneers because of Tom Brady. Uh, but it's interesting, and the reason why it's interesting is because I really wanted to watch the two games and I wasn't able to watch it. I kind of like totally forgot about it. But what's interesting is that Kansas City has been in the Super Bowl twice, and the Buccaneers have only been there once. And so it's kind of a big deal for both teams. You know what I mean? Both teams, obviously anybody who makes it to the Super Bowl wants to win the Super Bowl, but when you got a team like the Buccaneers that haven't been in the Super Bowl since 2003, I think they want it more than, Kansas City. You know what I mean? They already got two wins. Their first win was in
well,
1970 and
well
then in
before we can
2020.
before we continue, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to say I hate you very much for bringing up such a bad memory in my lifetime. When the Buccaneers went to the Super Bowl way back when, they actually ended up beating the Philadelphia Eagles to get to the Super Bowl. So thank you for that memory. I really didn't want to
Whoa.
bring up, but
Hold on, let me change my headphones because I gotta make sure I'm hearing you clearer. Uh, because I don't think I'm hearing you right. I mean, you want to go there with the Patriots and the Eagles.
no, not the Patriots. So the Eagles lost to the Patriots and in the Super Bowl, but it was the Buccaneers.
The Eagles lose to everybody.
Well, yeah, it was the Buccaneers. I believe it was a year or two prior that they actually ended up beating the Eagles in the championship game to get to the Super Bowl. There was a douchebag by the name of Rondé Barber. He actually uh, got an interception that kind of sealed the deal. But nonetheless, it is what it is. That was the past. But again, what makes it the Super Bowl is going to be a great game. It's going to be awesome. It's the last game of the year, but trying to stay steady as far as what's going on right now. Um, Something that happened yesterday was just in fact watching these two collide or collaborate on one platform, which was pretty awesome. It was something to appreciate. A lot of times you see. one line of the sport, someone just having a miraculous career. And there's a lot of respected players that they go ahead and they have their great careers, but at the end of the day, to see both of them, to duke it out, so to speak, to get to the Super Bowl, that's pretty intense. So, well, that was in my mind yesterday, and I wanted to bring it to ask you guys, when's the last time y'all remember just two great entities, or just two big things just clashing, whether it had to been movies, crossover, TV shows, whether it been sitcoms.
Well, I was thinking of Marvel movies when
Listen,
when
no,
what
I remember the day. This was a pretty big deal for me. This was a really big deal for me. I remember when I saw Steve Urkel on an episode of Full House. That was huge. I mean, Urkel and Full House, man. That was that
wow,
was that was pretty big.
you went far. You went far back, bro.
I went really far.
I remember that I used to watch Full House and Family Matters. I remember
Yeah, 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 man.
his phrase in the '90s was so popular. Did I do that? I remember that. But yeah, I was thinking about what you gonna call it? Superman and Doom in the comic book, man. And on
You
the
said
death of
Doom?
Doom, first death of
You mean
Superman.
Doomsday?
Then you got. Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, I don't want to go so far back. You got the two Hawks when I think it was the third installment of Hawk that he goes against the other guy who takes the serum and it becomes
Yep.
like this crazy Hawk.
The Abomination?
There you go.
All right, I remember in the mid '90s, the WB used to have the after school lineup of cartoons, and one of my all time favorites was Batman the Animated Series. Yeah, they had a lot of different variations of it, but I still remember my reaction. Don't remember the day or don't remember the exact episode, but I remember my reaction when the that cartoon had finished, and then ideally, something else would come on. It's like 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. But what came on was it was a Superman a cartoon, but Batman was in it. Now, obviously, we all know DC Universe. It's that's a
Yeah.
common occurrence. But when it happened on cartoons, I remember just thinking to myself, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? Like Batman is in this episode of Superman," and that was a big deal. I remember going to school the next day talking about that.
You dork.
Yeah, he's a
Well, of
dork.
course.
He's a real dork. No, but going back to the Super Bowl, looking at yesterday's games, both games, bro, the Buccaneers versus the
Who
Packers.
won yesterday? I wasn't paying attention.
Well, the Buccaneers won. The Buccaneers won in Kansas City won.
That explains. June, I send you a meme. It explains that. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I'm
played
not
close
I'm not
games,
up
man.
to I'm not up to date with the iPhones right now, so I gotta wait for
You'll get it. You'll get it once you see it. But anyways,
Yeah, he got some Android, so it takes a while for him to download
oh,
the
shots fired.
image. It's like back in the day how when you used to download stuff, an image it used to be from top to bottom. You would see a little bit at a time. Doot, 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 doot. That's June's phone right there. When he gets
I
when
only
he
know one class of people who used to download images. So if you want to go down that category,
That's wrong, bro. That's wrong. I actually used to watch sci-fi when sci-fi first came onto the internet that they put the sci-fi channel when they first came onto the internet that they couldn't play videos yet. So every episode like these stories that they had it was just images. So you like the audio would kick in and then you just have to wait for that image to kick in, and then like once the image was done, it was going to the next. So I was like, oh my god, I just I just finished watching this image that was described to me. It was funny though. It was a good
Yo,
time.
I remember I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I know I'm getting sidetracked. We'll get back to the Super Bowl, but he made a comment. So I'm 33. I was born in '87, and he's the same age as me. He said that our generation ideally were the guinea pigs of a
Yeah,
lot of this technology, and
yeah.
it wasn't until he mentioned that to me that made me realize like we really were, because we were able to see the crappiest of the crappiest and be content with it,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's true.
and that makes us appreciate how advanced things are now.
Well, just take let's take it to football. How we used to watch. I know I do that a lot, but I can't help it. Um, it's just take the football. How we used to watch football back in the day. Like we used to see them when they would go over the plays. We used to see the writings, how they would write on it with the little. So it was that yellow line on. And now, like how far advanced. Like I remember a few years. I don't know who it was I was watching football with. They never watched football before. They didn't know how it all worked, and they're like, that's all on the field. Like they see all that. I was like, no, that's for us. We see that.
Now
That's
you know that
not
now,
out there.
and to your point, there used to be clipboards and markers and so on and so forth. Now, excuse me, NFL, they're sponsored. One of their sponsors, Microsoft. Every sideline, every team has the Microsoft Surface Pro, and I mean like they're literally going over their plays, and drawing up new plays like on this $1,200 piece of device. And it's you get it from, I'm saying, not saying you, but we get a $1,200 device and we're holding it with pillows. We don't want to put fingerprints on it, and we're trying to take care of it. And these guys over there on the sidelines just you know spilling Gatorade on it. And it's that's technology, man.
Now you remember when they would go over the plays that sometimes they will go to the clipboard and they show you the X and O's and this is what he did and now now they're actually showing you a still shot of before they hit the replay button and they show you the plays. So like it's crazy. And then how animated everything is. It's like you're watching like in between plays. It's just entertaining in itself. Like oh my god, like and all this stuff going, things opening up, and it's like, and then you see before it used to be an image of the players. Now it's like a GIF of the players like moving, doing some type of movement or whatever, where they show the players. Like it's evolved, man. It's evolved. The game.
It has, man. It has, and it's there's a lot of people that they knock the technology and stuff, but it's they're putting it to really good use. It's cool, man. But nonetheless, they could get this. So Tampa every year the Super Bowl is held um, at a different location. Ideally, they typically do it where it's fair weather, nice and like nice, good, calm weather. But this year, coincidentally, they're hosting the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, and the Buccaneers are basically going to be playing in their home stadium for the Super Bowl.
You know they're gonna win. You know they're gonna win. I hope. Why? What? You going for the Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm going I'm calling the quarterback for the Chiefs right now. Patrick Mahomes. I'm calling him the Golden Boy. He's a kid. I can say that. I'm older than the guy. He's a kid, and he's basically the face of the NFL right now, man. And he's doing all the right things on and off the field at this point in time, where you have social media the way that it is, you have technology the way that it is. It's hard to maintain, even keel, and he's doing all the right things on and off the field. And their coach Andy Reid, man, I'm a fan. He was with the Eagles 14 years, if I'm not mistaken. And I was really happy to see him win last year, and I'm hoping he does it again this year, man. There's a lot of people that, contrary, oh, Andy Reid, boo, so on and so forth. He's not with the Eagles, but oh man, the guy paid his dues, and he did his thing. He did as best as he could with what he had here. And the past is in the past, and I'm glad he won last year. And I'm pulling for him this year, man. Andy Reid, Big Red. I got
So
him winning
yo,
another Super Bowl.
let me ask G this since this is his area.
Oh, okay.
What's the
Definitely.
what's the update on Madden for 2021?
Oh boy, man. You you have no idea, dude. You remember that rectangle they had in the last game that they ran on?
Yeah.
Yeah. They kept that one. Added new maps, yo. They like the sky is bluer. Um, you can see rain a little bit better, and
Oh man.
oh, like you can almost smell the hot dogs that are like already in the stands, and
Yo, I heard that you can see freckles now. Like you can see the fan freckles in the game. Like that's an important detail. It for people who are listening. G is not into sports at all.
you can
He is.
totally throw the ball. Um, there's a thing when it's loading, you can see the screen goes black, and then you can see your
Yeah.
actual physical form. And
G, what's the difference between Madden that's coming out this year, 2021, and the Madden from 2020?
dog, Madden 2020 on the box says Madden 2020. This year,
What's he gonna say this year?
and they got rid of the zero. They added a one. They know their fan base, their number one sucker.
Nah, it's crazy though, because we spoke about this before. Um, it's kind of the same thing, bro. It really is the same Madden over and over again. Slightly things change. I
They
just
can't
think
even add
they,
new maps.
I just think they should like, I don't know, at some point maybe just where you can just
I
update
would
the
like
stats with the same game you bought 5 years ago. Like,
I would like a football game that actually has it's the same gameplay and the same physics of a regular football game, but completely change the effect, completely change the designs, completely change the feel, the way it looks. Make it
and
interesting. I don't know.
no, and I think you're going somewhere with that.
It's
I
like
remember years ago.
Mario Soccer. It's a soccer game, but it's
Yeah,
Mario and it has like little effects and stuff like that. Make it
you
wait,
guys
you're
interesting. I
telling
don't
me they
remember
know.
don't have games
NFL
like that for
Blitz?
football?
No.
Well, no, they outside of those like Wii Sports stuff, and I don't even think they have that.
Okay.
But I was on the PlayStation store um earlier today, and I did see that they have a different version of football, but it's Madden, just a different name. But I remember a game that was pretty fun. It was more of arcade style. It was called NFL Blitz, and that was like
Oh yeah.
that was
Yeah,
more cartoonish.
yeah,
He
I
clotheslined
remember
the
that.
hell out of a running back.
See, like make it interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, but what it is for football fans to be able to like be their favorite player and be able to because it simulates real life. Like you can draft players and you know what I
That's
mean. The
true.
campaign is as realistic as it is,
They can
and
do
so
everything.
that's what it is. They appeal to the fan base that would love to coach their favorite football team or coach their own NFL team and stuff like that. But the fact that it's kind of the same thing every year, they might change a few stuff. Is where I feel like as gamers they kind of rob us because
Well, I think that's the key line. There's a lot of gamers that play Madden, but there aren't a lot of Madden players that are gamers.
Yep.
If that makes sense. Like I
Yep.
think don't get me wrong. Like I played it. I've owned a good amount of copies, but to both of y'all credit, it's the same damn thing. I mean the sport will not change. So ideally, you know that the game is not going to change, and whatever roster, whatever players on the teams are in real life, that's what you're going to get. So outside of the going from a previous gen to a next gen and being able to see 17 freckles on one face one year to seeing 19 freckles on another face on the fans another the following
yeah,
year,
I agree
it,
with
it
you.
really it's not gonna it's it's not going to change, and it's more of a simulation now than it is a game. And we all have a mutual friend, and Madden comes out in August, and every now and again, like I'll play 2 to 3 games with this guy, and it's fun, it's intense, but by the third or fourth game, it's like a little repetitive. So
No, yeah, and what I think they should do is like you get this game, you buy the game, no matter like every year they come out with a new disc or download for you to have. But once you buy it once, you kind of have it forever. And I mean, what I'm trying to say is, so when the following year comes in, whatever changes were done in the actual NFL in real life, they should have an update. So if you want to get the update, then you can charge the gamers 20, $30 for the new updates, the new stats. If players are performing better than the previous year, then you'll get those differences in their performances. So if you don't get the update, you kind of have the same Madden game you purchased whenever it was that you purchased that game. But I mean, it's an industry that is making millions, and it's whenever money's involved, man, the greedy
Yeah.
get greedier, bro. It's just crazy. But before we continue down this rabbit hole of gaming, for anybody listening, if you disagree, if you have something to add to this, don't forget, you guys can go to our Facebook and comment on
Facebook?
our episode at Musketeer 215. And just tell us your
hashtag
opinion.
surprise.
Hashtag surprise. I mentioned this in the last episode, G. So if you're listening in, just drop a comment. Please be nice. Don't be rude about anything. So
Nah, give him hell. He's the one who deals with it. I don't.
so let's get to these games, man. I really want to talk about yesterday's game. We're recording this podcast today, Monday, and it's just I was looking at these games, and they looked like they were really good games, bro. These were close. These were really close. Like I'm looking at the Buccaneers versus the Green Bay Packers, and I mean the
For the
Buccaneers.
most part,
Well, the Buccaneers, the first quarter, they got 7, and then towards the end of the first quarter, the Packers, Green Bay Packers, they tied up, and then it just seemed tight. Like then second quarter, Buccaneers came in with 14, Green Bay, try to catch up with 10, and then they ended the first half 21-10, and they go to halftime, and I mean that I really wish I saw these games because it just looks like they were really good games.
well, the first game was a really good game. The second game kind of the Chiefs ran away with it. And when you're talking like that, it's basically saying the Chiefs caught a good lead and they just kept on adding to their lead. So not to say that it wasn't entertaining, but when you look at the Buccaneers and the Packers game, that game, it's not that it went down to the wire, but going into the fourth quarter, or at the very least to the middle of the fourth quarter where the game was about to be done, it was a toss up. Either team could have won. Now, logically speaking, when you're talking about time of possession and you're talking about who has the ball and what the actual score is, that really wasn't the story for the Chiefs and the Bills game, because going into the halfway through the fourth quarter, barring any miracle, it was pretty much a wrap. You just knew before the game had finished who the winner was going to be. Again,
Oh
barring
yeah,
any miracles.
I mean going to the
But
fourth quarter, you got the Bulls at 15 and Kansas City at 38 if I'm reading this right, and then I mean overall this was an intense game, bro.
and I did see so you never want to count a team out. I remember when the Patriots beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl. They were down by 20 some odd points, if I'm not mistaken, when in the Super Bowl, and we're talking middle of the third quarter, they just started coming back and they beat the Falcons in the Super Bowl, and it's a hard thing to do to win the game, let alone come back from a huge deficit and win. That's the task that the Bills had to face yesterday, going into that third and fourth quarter, the second half of the game. So so again, not to say it wasn't entertaining, but the Packers and the Buccaneers game, because of everything, with those two players, with Brady and Rodgers going at it, and the game going down to the fourth quarter, middle of the fourth quarter, actually, like that was it was pretty fun, man. It was a good game to watch. I got a 6-year-old. She was actually watching part of that game with me, and that was pretty cool.
I love that. I love the fact that she was watching the game with you. That is Daddy's little girl right there. Like that's awesome. I love it when my little one she sits down, and watches TV with me. Like I was watching Chicago Fire, and she likes a lot. She likes a lot of things, but she also likes the whole fire truck thing. So it's like, look, firefighter. She goes, wow. So and she sat there and watched the whole episode with me. So that was cool. But my thing is, I really think that this Super Bowl is gonna be like one to watch because both teams, I feel like they have a lot to lose. I mean, Kansas City was there not too long ago, but Tampa Bay hasn't been there since '03, and when they were there, they were playing against the Oakland Raiders, and they won 48-21. So the fact that they had such a huge win when they were there, what's that? 2003. This is 21. What's that? 37 years. June, you're good with the math.
It was about 18 years, give or take.
18 years. Okay. What did I
Well,
just say?
you said
I was
that
off.
you was off by almost a decade, if not more.
What did I say? 27? Oh no. But it's the fact that they 03 and
Yeah, it was
21.
about 18 years ago,
18
give or
years.
take.
Yeah.
It was about 18 seasons ago.
Okay. Well, we could do that. So so the fact that they had such a big game that year, and then they got the quarterback that they have. I'm really going for the Buccaneers. I think they're really going to perform, and they're going to take it, and you're going to be disappointed. June, like you pretty
Well,
much already saw.
here's the thing: you have home team fans and you have NFL fans. Um, I almost consider a home team fan, so I enjoy cheering for my team. And I'll say, I'm not a gambling, I'm not a betting man, but outside of my team not even being there, it sucks. But I'm just looking to watch a good game. Whether the Tampa Bay wins or whether Kansas City wins is not going to make or break my day.
Right.
But with that being said, I'm just hoping it's a good game.
Yeah, well, I would say about another 17, 18 years, we'll see your team in the Super Bowl again. I
You
don't know if they'll
shut
be
your
around.
face is what
You
you
know what
got to
I'm
do.
saying? I really do believe it'll probably be that long. Maybe who knows? Who knows? We got a lot of young players coming around in the next few years. So,
But
um,
but what I am looking forward to, and I gotta admit, man, it's awesome. The commercials on the Super Bowl.
why do people love the Super Bowl commercials so much?
They're so funny, man. One of the ones that it came out like last year, 2 years ago, hands down, like the funniest thing. It was a Doritos commercial, and the husband was leaning over his wife as she was getting an ultrasound done, and the doctor was telling the wife, "Oh, the baby's moving." So the baby was actually following the Dorito, and you can see it on the ultrasound. That daddy put the Dorito up, puts it up, so on and so forth, and it pushes it to the side, and you can see on the ultrasound the baby's hand is moving to the side. I don't know how these sequence of events happened. I don't know if it was one Dorito or the whole bag, but the Dorito, he just flung it out the door, and all you heard it was the mom screaming. Baby ended up coming out.
Yeah, I remember.
That I remember. I needed my asthma pump that night. I was in tears, just tears, just dying, man, laughing. It was awesome.
Well, the two memories that I have from Super Bowls, one being a commercial, the other one being a halftime show, and I think a lot of people remember this halftime show when
Janet Jackson.
Yep, when not Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake Janet Jackson were on stage. I'm gonna get her naked at the end of this song, and he
Was that around the time that you were talking about downloading images shot by shot?
no man, we're at that point. At that point, I had decent internet. Internet had gotten better at that point. We're talking about Jesus when that was around. We're talking about golly, like 1998 or earlier.
No. We're talking that happened like
Yeah.
no, that happened past 2000, 2001.
No. I'm talking about when you was mentioning about
Oh, those
images
images.
downloading.
Talking about
that was in the
the
90s.
event.
Yeah, no.
My
That
apologies.
Super
My
Bowl.
apologies.
That Super Bowl was probably 10 years ago. My other Super Bowl commercial is when they showed P Diddy that his car breaks down or whatever, and the Pepsi
The Pepsi commercial, yeah.
and he gets a ride to the red carpet, and then everybody's like, oh, and they made a thing out of it that the following year everybody's coming up with this pimped out ride from like a Pepsi truck. It was funny.
That was pretty cool, yeah. There's a lot of them, man. I mean, not every time you swing, you're gonna hit a home run, man. And it's, you see commercials. Sometimes they try really hard, and you're just like, what? Like sometimes you don't even know what the actual product is that they're trying to sell.
Yeah, no, they spend millions on those commercials,
Yeah,
bro.
but other times, man, it's pretty, it's pretty cool, man. Really.
It's gonna be interesting to watch the halftime show this year with the whole COVID thing and the whole social media distancing that we're supposed to have. So that's gonna be interesting to watch. Not to that's I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to watch. So real quick, G, I know you're not into
No,
football
totally.
like that. You've probably been dozing off this whole time. But
Baldy.
if you had to pick between Kansas City Chiefs and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who you think would win?
Well, guys, we got to think about what a Buccaneer is.
Oh my god, bro!
What is a
Pick a
chief?
team, bro.
A chief is a
Oh,
leader.
man.
A chief is a respective leader.
So,
And Buccaneers, they
yeah.
the Buccaneer.
Bro, Buccaneers or Chiefs? Pick one. Pick one.
Okay. So, all right, what color is the Chiefs?
Oh, they're red.
They're red.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the Chiefs.
Red wins. Red wins.
Red
all-
wins. All right, so that's 2 for the Chiefs and 1 for the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
So-
gay.
If you guys listening in, go down to our Facebook. Let us know what you guys think. Who you think's gonna win Super Bowl 55?
I got it though.
Who you got?
So really quick, so if the Buccaneers win, this is what's gonna happen.
Oh god, here we
You
go.
live your life like nothing happened. If the Chiefs win, you still live your life like nothing happened. I don't mean the damn thing.
yeah, I know. But these, I don't know. When you're into sports, these things are cool to talk about. Fun to make a prediction.
Oh, dude.
He's gonna win.
Chiefs were like hunters and stuff. They're more physical.
Bro, we're not talking about, and we're talking about 2 teams. Their past experiences in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs have been there twice. Well,
They've been there twice.
well, the team,
The organization.
the organization's been there twice.
Mhm.
So they were just there last year, 2020. So
Look at that.
and then
That was a bad year. though.
the Buccaneers haven't been there since 03. So I think the Buccaneers are going to do it. They have a really good quarterback leading the way into the Super Bowl this year, and I just think because of just simply what they have to gain. You know what I mean? Like they win a lot more than just a ring. There's a
Yeah, Sid, you gotta think about it like this, man. Because according to our host, Buccaneers haven't been there since '03, man. A whole 37 years ago.
Nah, man. Listen,
7 years.
listen. Stop. Honest mistake, bro. Okay, honest
It
mistake.
happens, man. It happens.
It happens. Anyway, so
Not frequently for you, but
no, man. Stop. Nobody's loving numbers like you do. Okay, so relax. I hate you guys. I really do. Anyway, listen up, guys. Drop a comment up in our Facebook. Don't forget Musketeers 215. Hit that like button. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts. I'm Moses Angel. This is my friend June and G. And I believe we'll have you guys tune in to the next podcast. I don't know what we're gonna be talking about next, but
How about the